Hey, it's Andreas, and I've been investing for over 10 years. In today's video, let's talk about one of the most important personal finance concepts that's very crucial to grasp if you're trying to be wealthy and have a stable economy. So really take your time and listen in on this video because I will talk about something that seems like magic to most people, and we will go over the exact numbers and really drill down this point. So, what will we go over today? Well, we will talk about how you can make thousands of dollars extra every year from just your normal 9 to 5. How you can secure your future in a very easy way. It's super easy, but most people don't do it. It's like working out, being fit. All you have to do is not eat a bunch of food and exercise, but most people don't do it. So just because it's simple doesn't mean that people do it. With that intro out of the way, let's get right into the action, the meat and bones. Let's do a calculation on how you can use the pension system in the country to save a bunch of money. And please listen to the entire video because this can change your future. So let's say that you have an annual salary here. This is an example from Ireland, but it's the same in the United States, it's the same in Sweden. There are systems similar to this in place everywhere, so it doesn't matter, all right? We have an annual salary of 150,000 euros, and that will give you 12,500 monthly. And then on top of that, in Ireland, you would pay 40% in income tax. Alright, and then we have something here called contribution limits. So you're allowed to make a certain deduction, and this deduction will vary upon age. Under 30, you can contribute 15% of this salary and do it in a tax efficient way. And for me, I fall into this bracket here of between 30 and 39, so I can contribute 20%. And let's take a look at the magic. Where does the magic happen? This really pisses me off. I hear a lot of people talk about not utilizing the scheme here of just saving a bunch of money. And the thing is, you don't even have to wait until you're old here in Ireland. If you quit your job, you can harvest all of this money that we will talk about now. You can get it at 20% tax and get the lump sum when you leave your employer. Alright, I hope you're still with me. Let's get into the magic here. So let's say that I contribute 20% of my gross salary. Now, gross salary means salary before tax. So this is untaxed money. Remember, I have 40% here in marginal tax rate for the top income bracket, and that would be taxed by 40%. So this is before taxes, all right? And then on top of that, when you contribute to a pension scheme like this, in most countries, your employer will match a certain amount. This will vary depending on the place you work, but you get 5% match in the example here. Alright, so let's take a look at the magic here. So at a cost of you net here of 1,500 euro, somehow by pure magic you receive 3,125 euro every month in the pension scheme. Where does this magic money come from? Well, you contribute 2,500 in untaxed money, gross. Remember, this is before this deduction of taxes. You would pay $1,000 on this. Alright, so you would only receive 1,500 euros for this month if you were to not contribute anything. I hope you're still with me here. So for 2,500, yeah, that's the gross cost. If you were to not contribute, you would only get 1,500 of those because you pay 1,000 euros in tax. This is gone. This is money to the government taken before they even hit your account, just siphoned out. You never realize it. Most people don't even think about this in their day-to-day life. So that's $1,000 in tax savings straight up. Now, on top of this, the employer also contributes as part of your benefits, 625 euros here, netting you a total of 3,125 contributed to your pension scheme that you can select what type of fund you want it to grow on, and you can just secure your whole financial future from this one action alone. From speaking to your HR department, getting a meeting with your pension planner, and just being guided through these very basic steps. You do this 1 hour of annoying work and you're set for life after this, basically. You just have to continue to do this throughout your career. That's all you need to do, basically, to have a very successful future. And depending on how much you spend, you're gonna have a very good life, basically. And what about those people who say, Andreas, I don't want to wait until I'm 65. I want the money now. Well, in the case of here Ireland, you can choose to harvest, as they say. You can choose to just get this whole pension scheme, pension contribution, everything, what your employer contributed, what you contributed. When you leave your place of employment, and this benefit here goes away, you get a letter home. You get 3 options. One of them is that you can choose to take it as a lump sum. All right, that's called harvesting the pension scheme. But won't you be taxed on that? Yes, correctly. You will be taxed 20% in the case on the pension. So you're making, a tax break. Instead of having the 40% here, paying big taxes, instead, when you harvest it, you will effectively be taxed 20% instead. And you will see all the numbers, and you can talk to your pension advisor about this. They can walk you through it. So you can choose to harvest it. And when I left Google and I got that letter home, trust me, it was a very tempting offer to just harvest it, just take the lump sum, just go and spend it. I had to relax a little bit, take a walk, and then choose to reinvest it into the new pension scheme that I have to let it continue grow. Why harvest now when I can I don't need the money now and I can do it more beneficially later? I have to consider my own situations, as do you. Look at your own financial situation. Does it make sense to harvest? Can you start a business? Can you buy a property where you think you're gonna have a higher rate of return and make back that tax loss? Or do you think it would be better to just save it and have a normal pension, live a normal life? Perfectly acceptable. You're gonna have a good life if you keep doing this, and especially if you do it from a young age. You're gonna be way better off than most of your peers, because so many people just choose to ignore it. They choose to not even match here. If you have a 5% pension contribution match from your employer, you have to contribute 5% yourself to get this match, otherwise you don't get it. Most people choose to not even take this free money. It's, I don't say anything when I hear people talk about this. It's not the socially acceptable thing to do, to comment on people's choices with regards to this. But hopefully this video reaches a bunch of people and helps you secure your financial future. So I hope you enjoy this video, like it if you do, to make sure it reaches more people and hopefully can help them as well. And share this video with a friend that you wish to have a very successful and financially stable future. So give him some love, or her. That's been it for this video. And as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.